there was a point in my life when I actually was interested in singing as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was a point when you left, or what? I mean, now you're not interested anymore?
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, now my demeanor towards singing has become quite lackadaisical. I don't feel like singing anymore.
Oh, what is the reason behind? I mean, why is that?
I really don't know. I still haven't been able to figure that out, honestly. But I mean, sometimes I end up singing when I'm all alone. But when it comes to singing in front of people, I just, hesitate. I don't feel like singing anymore. And I actually gave a couple of interviews on TV for my singing skills. So I was like actually interested in
Wow.
pursuing in singing. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess and I think that you sing well. That's why you appeared on TV, maybe?
At that time, I used to sing well, but since I haven't been practicing anymore, I think that my vocals are like totally affected by it, and I
Yeah,
won't be able to sing. Yeah.
yeah, that is a very crucial thing in singing. Actually, I also have not been practicing, since maybe last 1 year, and that's why my voice is totally. I mean, these days, I mean, just before a few, what should I say? I mean, before few days, I used to
Yeah.
I used to sound like I don't know what to say. I mean, it was just horrible. My voice was just horribly. It was sounding horrible, and then I
Mm.
started again practicing, and then now I could say it's in a stable state. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
so
Yeah,
it's very
practice makes
crucial to practice.
exactly. It's very crucial, and when it comes to singing, that's very important. My mom
Yes,
used to
yes.
tell me, yeah, yeah. When I was interested in singing, my mom used to tell me that you have to practice every single day, otherwise, your voice will get affected by it.
Exactly. Even if you don't
Yeah,
practice for a single day, if you miss for a single day, it will actually affect your voice. And I have experienced it a lot of time. So it's
yeah. That's very true. I think that's also that's also one of the reasons as to why I lost interest in singing, because if I
oh
tell you
yeah,
very
yeah.
honest,
It's boring
yeah.
to practice. Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. Exactly. You have to invest a lot of time in singing.
A
Like,
lot of time.
man, so annoying.
Yes, yes,
Already,
exactly.
already schedule is like very hectic because of my studies. So it's very
Hmm.
difficult for me to practice singing as well.
Yeah, yes, exactly. I mean, when I started learning singing, I was a child. I think I was 8 years old, maybe. But at that point, you have studies as well, and you have to uh, do the singing. So that's the reason why I was not able to practice on daily basis. So it's kind of a very hectic, as you said that to maintain both of the things. But yeah, there are people who maintain, but I was not among them who can maintain both of them very properly.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
think
yeah,
those
I
people are like, uh-huh.
yeah, yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah.
I was saying that I think those people are like totally determined that they are gonna pursue a career in singing. But
Right.
I think we were not sure about it. Maybe we had some
Hmm.
other inclination, things like that. That could be the reason.
Exactly. Priority was
Yeah,
something different, not the singing one. Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
In my case, my priority was, yes, what were you saying?
No, nothing. You just go on. Yeah, you continue.
Yeah. So I was saying that in my case, my priority was to, at that time, I actually wanted to become an engineer when I was interested in singing. So that was my priority. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Okay.
yeah,
That's great. Yeah, and I
yeah.
wanted to be a pilot, but unfortunately I couldn't.
Yeah, we dream a lot, but sometimes those dreams are not fulfilled. In fact, most of
Yeah.
the times they are not fulfilled.
Yes, yes, yes. We plan
Yeah,
something and something different just happens.
yeah. But
Anyway.
I think that everything happens for a good reason at the end of
Yes.
the day. Do you believe in that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Everything happens for a good reason because uh, everything happens with the will of God, and God will do everything which will be good at the end. we might not
Exactly.
we might not be able to understand why this is happening, but God's plan is vast, that maybe with our intellect we cannot understand at that right moment, but
Exactly.
the end result will be always good for us, beneficial for us. I genuinely believe on that.
Absolutely, I also firmly believe in that. And we cannot understand the wisdom behind all these things, that why God is doing these things. What happens with some people is that sometimes they pray to get something in their life and they don't
Hmm.
get it. And as a result
Hmm.
of that, they end up becoming depressed and despondent. But later on, those same people, they end up achieving something much more better, which is beyond their
Much more better.
imagination, beyond their
Exactly.
expectations. Yeah. So I
Exactly.
think, yeah, so I think that in this scenario, one should never give up. One should always
Yes.
keep going no matter what's happening, no matter whether his
and all
dreams are being fulfilled or
and always be optimistic, and build the keep trusting on God's plan. So that's how you
exactly.
you can keep on going on the path of whatever you are taking on.
Exactly, that's very true. And sometimes we want something in our life, but that things does not seem to be good for us. So when we don't get it, it actually is the protection of the God. God is protecting us
Yes.
from that particular thing.
Yes, exactly. That's
It's very refreshing to talk with a spiritual person, because most of the times the kind of people that I
You
come across,
are
they're,
very spiritual, actually. You are
yeah,
very
and you
spiritual, I should admit that.
can say that I am a very spiritual person. And I think that
Hmm.
it's like very therapeutic, when you start investing time in spirituality and when you start surrendering your will to the will of God, you feel so relaxed and
Hmm.
really,
Yes. You don't have
yeah,
any burden anymore. So burden
yeah,
is
yeah.
on his lotus feet, and you are totally relaxed. You are calm.
You're totally, it's very liberating, I must say.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So how did you become spiritual, by the way? Like, what's your journey?
Yeah, actually, since my childhood, I have been a religious person, because my mother is very religious, So I have been seeing all these rituals happening in at our home since my childhood. But I was not a devotee at that point, actually. So you know, means I was religious, but not that spiritually inclined as a devotee. So when I completed my college, then I started reading those books. I don't know from where, maybe it was instinct from within inside or something like that, they say. Yeah, so it was it just came in my mind that I should read some spiritual books, because I just developed interest towards those books, and I started reading those books. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how my journey actually started, from books, from reading the scriptures and books, spiritual books. And I really enjoy, I really love reading those books. And then that's how I just started my, not I, but he just made me start this journey. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Actually, my journey is also like very similar to yours. I also started reading spiritual books and religious books. So I think that really
Mhm.
got me closer to God. And also, I think that I went through a dark phase in my life when many people showed me their true colors, Like, for example, when I
Mhm.
was in my school, at that time, I was like always relying on people to make me happy. And I was always relying on other people to, always be in my life. And I was taking everyone for granted. But with the
Mhm.
passage of time, those very same people showed me their true color, and that's when the realization dawned upon me that how lonely I am, and that's how I got closer to God. And honestly
Yeah,
speaking,
yeah, yeah.
because it was actually a blessing in disguise for me, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Of course. I mean, uh the what do you say, diverse situation. Is it a diverse? I mean, the situations which seems to be very difficult for us. How do you call those situations? Diverse
Like
situation.
difficult situation.
Yeah,
Like
difficult
difficult?
situation maybe. Yeah. So those difficult situation actually are disguise. I mean, what do you say? It
I said that it was a blessing in a disguise.
blessing in disguise. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm just blank. Okay,
Yeah.
means those situations are blessing in disguise, because those situations actually, as you said, as you mentioned, that they actually showed the real colors of the people, and they actually uh, teach us that we are alone here. Nobody is going to help us. We are the we are the one who has to take care of our own life. So that's, those I really like those situations in my life. I pray to God that I get those situations over and over again, so that I could realize those, the fact of life, uh quickly. Yeah,
Totally can understand you. I totally can understand you because I
yeah,
mean, for strange reasons, I think that pain can be very seductive, because it makes you
yeah,
realize that, yeah, because it makes you realize that you are capable of withstanding a lot of pain and you are very resilient, so you feel a sense of
hmm,
accomplishment when you face these kind of situations and things like that on your own. And also
right,
yeah, and also like when you're like closer to God, you also feel that you don't need anyone else in your life because
yeah.
you have God in your life, and
And
it's
he is
just
the omnipotent, so you don't have to beg to others, because you have someone who can do everything for you. So you're
exactly.
totally, yeah,
Yeah, that's very
right.
true. So it's very refreshing to talk with you about all these spiritualities.
Yes,
I rarely cross
same
people
to you.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, same here, of course.
yeah. I think that one thing that I noticed about the generation of our era is that they are not that much spiritual, I believe.
Hmm,
Like
hmm,
whenever
hmm.
you bring up the topic of spirituality or religion, they just, they try to avoid it or they just start feeling bored and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
they're very reluctant.
yeah, they are very reluctant. So I just never bring up the topic of spirituality with people, specifically people of my age. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you know what might be the reason behind this? What's your take on this?
Because the upbringing that they have had, you know because most of the family and most of the people are very uh, I mean, very far from the spiritual books and scriptures and our holy books and everything, so they don't even know about the culture, about the traditions and all. so so if the parents are not aware, they are not giving the things that that they should give to their children. So that's
Yeah,
how the generations are, getting affected, because they are
yeah, yeah.
just lagging behind because of their unawareness of this spiritual books and scriptures. So
Yeah,
that
that's
is the
very true.
thing, I think that is the, yeah,
Main reason.
yeah, that
Yeah,
is the
yeah. I
main.
think that we learn things from our ancestors and we emulate our ancestors on an unconscious level. So if we see our parents or if we see our elders praying or getting closer to God, we are also going to start doing it, right?
Right,
But if we
right,
are interested in different types of things, materialistic things, then we also
hmm,
will become like that. And one thing,
exactly,
yeah, and one thing that I also noticed about our generation is that since the very childhood, we are taught that being successful means being rich, famous, beautiful, intelligent, educated. We are never
yeah,
told that being successful also means that to be closer to God. So I think that it
yes,
is
to
exactly
be,
this programming, this social
hmm,
conditioning that prevents people from getting closer to God.
exactly. This is the means wrong thought process that people have these days. So that is actually stopping them to get closer to God, because they always,
Yeah,
I mean, I also include myself sometimes, because I also get touched from them sometimes, that okay, being
yeah,
successful means that to get richer and to get this much of money, that luxuries and all of those. But actually, if we think, then we can actually understand that all of the things that we are doing for happiness, we are doing for peace of
Yeah.
mind. But are we
Yeah.
getting the peace of mind from all these things? We are not
No.
actually getting. There are many
On.
richer person who are totally depressed and who are suffering from depression. They are taking medicines to sleep at night. So where is the
Exactly.
peace, where is the happiness? So at the end we need happiness actually. We have to realize that. And when we realize that we need happiness, then being successful means to be happy. And to be happy can only be possible when we are connected to God.
Wow,
Otherwise
incredible,
not.
incredible answer. You're very intelligent. You're very
No, no, no.
intelligent.
No, no, no.
Actually,
You are. Actually, I
don't
am
you?
getting so much positive vibes from you, honestly speaking.
Yeah, same
Seriously.
here, same here. You literally took the words right out of my mind. So I think that we are vibrating on some sort of same level for
Yes,
some
yes,
strange reason.
maybe. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Exactly.
Because I am able to relate to everything that you are saying, and literally whatever you were saying, it was literally on the tip of my tongue. So you spoke everything that was in my mind.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah. So
Wow, that's great that I'm talking to a spiritual person this evening. So it's amazing.
yeah, it's really amazing. I'm also like highly elated. I think that we should keep having these kind of sessions. It's incredible, incredible, you know.
Yes, yes, of course.
So have you ever had a conversation like this before with someone else?
No, no, no. This is the first time
Oh,
actually.
okay, same here actually. I'm having this conversation for the very first time. So
Yes.
are you like only interested in your specific religion, or do you have this inquisitiveness towards, learning different religions as well? Like learn out of curiosity, we sometimes become curious about different religions as well.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't say I don't see spirituality as religion actually. I just see God as one, and
Okay.
everybody out there belongs to him. I mean, belong to him. Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
So it's just like uh how should I say this? I mean, I see everybody as their as Lord's child, and I don't
Mhm.
discriminate people by their religion actually, even if they
Yeah,
are
that's it.
from different religion or something like that. And
Yeah.
I am curious about knowing God, about knowing uh, spirituality, but not based on religion, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
I
Well,
mean,
in my
spirituality as a whole thing. Yeah.
yeah, I totally got your point. So, well, in my case, I'm like super inquisitive about like different religions. Like apart from my own
Okay.
religion, I really like to conduct, research about different religions such as Buddhism and Judaism and Christianity, Hinduism. I just, conduct research about all these religions because I'm like really
Wow.
inquisitive that yeah, I'm like really inquisitive about, all these people that how they view God, what are the rules of their
Hmm.
religion. So it's like really
Yeah.
fun thing to do. Yeah.
Yes, yes, of course, of course. I mean, there are many things, available. So
Yeah,
why shouldn't we explore those?
yeah,
And
yeah. I mean,
whenever
why?
it comes to spirituality, you are gaining knowledge about God, and
Yeah,
that's absolutely fine.
yeah, that's amazing. Like for example, I have watched a lot of. Do you know Ranveer, the podcaster?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
So I have watched a lot of his podcasts, which were like about spirituality.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, so he talks about Hinduism mostly
Mm.
and things like that. So
Yeah.
I got to learn many things about it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He talked about. I have seen a couple of videos of him, like
Yes.
Hanuman Chalisa. He talked about. Then I think Lord Lord Shiva, and also he
Yeah, yeah,
talked about. Yeah, I have also seen some of his videos, and those
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
very good.
I
I also see as.
yeah.
I mean, I see his videos to to improve my English. Anyways,
Okay, okay, yeah, that's
he is spiritually inclined, that I really appreciate, and that's the another reason why I see his videos. I watch his videos
yeah,
because
yeah, and
he is spiritually inclined.
he is very spiritually inclined, and I
Yeah.
think that he also like mentioned it in one of his videos that he was like going through a very dark phase of his life, and he was just extremely depressed, but then he became spiritual, and that really helped him in
Yeah.
navigating, you know so yeah,
Yeah.
that's really amazing how he transformed himself and his entire life.
Entire life.
It's
Yeah. It's so inspiring, you know?
very inspiring, very empowering.
Yeah.
And also,
Yes.
I watched one of his videos, which was about like Tantar. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing this word correctly. Tantra, something like that.
Tantra, tantra. Yeah. Tantra.
Right. So it was like
Yeah.
about black magic and
Black
sorcery. So
magic.
that like really cool.
Okay.
They yeah, they also touched the topic of spirituality and religion slightly in that podcast. So I really liked it. Got to learn so many things.
Yeah, you can learn of so many things from, because he always talks with the experienced person of that respective field. So
Yeah,
you can learn a lot of things. Yes.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So tell me about your singing. Do you still sing?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
So do
I
you
do.
have a channel for singing as well?
Yes, I have with my own name. It's Aparna Vishwas, but I have
Okay.
very few subscribers. So, anyways,
No, it's completely fine. You'll gain more subscriber with the passage of time. Yeah, I think you should invest time in that channel as well. It will be like
yes.
really cool.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
actually, in the as I said that in the past days, I mean, since maybe 1 year, I mean, the last 1 year, I was not able to sing because my voice was totally choked, and it was like I don't know what it was. But
You
now,
were out
yeah,
of
I have, yeah, now I have started practicing, so now it's in a stable state. So now I have started uploading. But these days, I mean, just a few days back, I was on vacation, so I just stopped uploading, and I'll start again maybe.
That's great. And please make sure to send the link of your singing channel to me as well. I'm like really
Sure,
curious
sure.
about your singing. Yeah.
Sure.
In
Thank
fact,
you.
lines. It would be like really nice if you sing a couple of lines right now. I mean, if you're
Oh,
comfortable.
yeah.
Otherwise, no
Okay.
problem, no pressure.
No, no, I would love to.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm singing a Krishna bhajan because I'm a devotee of Radha Krishna. So I'm singing.
Sure, sure.
ना जाने तुझसे कौन युगों का नाता, ना जाने तुझसे कौन युगों का नाता, हे मन मोहन तुझ बिन रहा ना जाता, ना जाने तुझसे कौन युगों का नाता. It's
Oh
done.
my God, it was incredible. Like, oh my God, I'm speechless. Right now, I'm speechless. That was incredible. You should become a singer in Bollywood
Oh,
already.
oh, really?
Yeah, you're speechless. So melodious. Wow,
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank
I
you.
have become.
Thank
Oh
you.
my,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was so sweet.
Amazing. Yeah, that was incredible. I'm gonna watch all of your singing videos. This is something that
Oh,
I know
wow.
for a
Oh, wow. How
yeah.
sweet. How sweet. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
After starting my channel, then I get the motivation that okay, I should, anyway I'm practicing English, so why shouldn't I practice and also post the videos on YouTube, so that I'll get a motivation, as well as the other viewers also can get benefit out of that. So that's a good
Uh,
idea, right? So
yeah,
that
yeah, very good idea.
yeah,
Other people will definitely learn so many things by watching
so
your
many
videos, and
things.
I think that you already, I mean, your channel is like really doing well. I guess you get views, a lot of views, right?
Not these days. Earlier, I used to get, but these days it's kind of stuck. Anyways,
Yeah, yeah.
no problem.
It happens. It's
Yeah,
a
it
part of
happens.
life.
Yeah,
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 yeah. No
exactly.
problem.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, by the way, you speak English very fluently. For how long have you been learning English?
I actually I started when I was from my college. Yeah, because I studied from a Bengali medium school, and in my college I struggled a lot because at that time I was not at all fluent. But that time I realized that I have to speak in English because in my college everybody would speak in English. Not to the students to each other, but yeah, of course, it was an engineering college, so everybody would speak in English. And then I had, that since then I started, but I wouldn't say that my practice was daily. It was like occasionally.
Yeah,
And then slowly
yeah.
slowly I just yeah, my journey started, and gradually I just improved maybe. Yeah, but still I'm going on. I'm struggling maybe sometimes. Anyway.
No, but it's good you're speaking fluently. And I think that we all are a work in progress. We all, make progress with the passage of time. So it's good.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
already well.
And you are amazing speaker. So how long have you been practicing English? I mean, speaking in English.
I think I have been learning English for as long as I can remember, but I
Okay.
started taking it more seriously back in 2010, I guess, 10 or 11.
Then.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's when I
okay.
started focusing on English more, I guess. Yeah.